Good evening. Welcome to Sports Week. I'm your host, Rhys Grills. We got another massive week of sport to cover from not only in the Wide Bay region, but around the whole sporting globe. Joining me at the desk, as usual, Matthew Fleming. How, Matt?
Hey, mate. How are we?
Good. How's the week?
Yeah, mate. Good.
Good.
Yeah. Finished for the week, so...
Yeah. Half your luck?
Yeah.
I did it the other week. It's your turn this week.
Yeah, that's it. Off to the Gold Coast for a couple of days, so yeah.
A couple of days R&R.
Looking forward to it.
Get away from cricket.
Yes.
And of course, over at the bar, Daniel Nimmo. Nimmo, how are you?
Grillsy, great to be here again. Flemmo, good to see you. I tell you, I'm a bit tense tonight. I was in the bar earlier at the pub, and my past, my present, and my future all walked in.
Do you tell?
Past tense, present tense, Flemmo.
Okay.
Future
Gotcha.
tense.
Yeah.
Not one of your best.
No, I'm excited. Granny Paws racing tonight, the Greyhound, 8 o'clock tonight. So I'm super excited. So let's all get around that. That's why I'm a bit off on the jokes this afternoon.
And of course, Victoria Clark joining us once again. Vic, how are you?
Yeah, been good, Rhys. Been a busy, couple of big breckies the past week, but it's all good. Great to see community engagement and everyone willing to call up and have a little chat.
Yep. And we got out and about with a package we're going to have a look at later on. We had a hit of pickleball.
We did.
Enjoyed that?
Do we have to show that?
We will be showing that. It was a good lot of fun, so we'll talk about that later on. And joining us on the line, as usual, our resident motorsport guru, Jason Bell. Jace, how are you?
Yeah, good guys. How are you?
Holy, what are you wearing?
Yeah, he's
Looking
dolled up for the
sharp,
day.
Mate, I've actually sharpened right up. I think you guys there need to lift your standards a bit. I can't see a tie on you guys.
That's painted on.
Spray painted. It has to be. Yeah.
Very good.
Oh, no, you
Right.
know, I'll just adjust it there. Yeah, no, I've got that right now.
Did you tie that yourself?
Oh, yeah. I tied that just before we come on.
Sharp.
And it certainly looks a lot more professional than the old shirt and shorts.
Oh, looking good.
Yeah. Mate, we'll kick off with you with our weekly Grand Ridge Brewing highlight of the week. We had what's been caught? You're on the world of sport, probably in the world of motorsport in the last 7 days.
Yeah, well, motorsport, obviously, MotoGP always catches me. Third last round, we've got 2 rounds to go, but I actually had a bit of a highlight which wasn't motorsport, which is unusual. One of them was Glenn Maxwell. He's a local from down my way, and he's gone out in the old cricket there and blasted the world away. And the other one for me was I don't usually bet on horses, and I won something at the Melbourne Cup instead of losing me money for a change, which was a great result.
You must be about the only person
You and
in
your
Australia that
load,
had a win in the Melbourne Cup.
Exactly.
100%.
No.
Yeah, no, that was a total fluke.
Were you wearing that suit?
Yeah, no, this is the suit from the Cup. I actually haven't undressed.
It's his lucky suit.
Must have won enough then to stay there.
It is.
Partying harder than Mark Zara.
yeah,
Well done.
Great stuff. Vic, we'll go to you. Your Grand Ridge Brewing weekly highlight.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, Rhys. 2 local girls have just recently been announced. They made the team for Cricket Queensland under-19s, and they're going to be competing in a couple of weeks' time in December down in Brizzy. So very, very exciting. Great achievement from some of our local athletes, and looking forward to seeing how it all turns out for them in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, well, mine's a little bit of a continuation on from that. Our local Lucy Hamilton, who's one of the girls that's in that 19 side, along with Taylor Stumer and also Tara Staines from Monto. Lucy actually played a game for the Brisbane Heat the other day. Finally got a game. The girls got a win. First over was pretty good. Second over, Lizelle Lee got a little bit of a hold of her. But that was my highlight, to see Lucy finally get a game again, and hope she can keep a spot for the next couple of games leading into the finals.
Yeah, it's about just getting experience, isn't it, now? Like, you look at it and she's only 16-year-old out
17.
there playing.
She's
17.
now.
Well, yeah, but, she's a young compared to all of those ladies that play. So, it's really good for us in Bundy to see that,
Yep. So what caught your eye in the world of sport?
Mine is pretty much the Lions women's team travelled down to Adelaide to take on the minor premiers on Saturday for a spot in the prelim and got the job done. So yeah, good for them. They get a home prelim final now at Springfield next weekend, I think it is. So very good. Adelaide were probably red hot favourites down there, and to knock off the number 1 seed is pretty good.
Yeah. And the other semi-final was upset as well. North Melbourne beating Melbourne by 7 goals.
Yeah, pumped them. Yeah, Melbourne didn't even touch the footy. There was no leather poisoning like Nimmo got the other week from Melbourne.
Recovered. Recovered from not having to touch the footy.
Barely.
Your highlight of the week, Nimmo?
I'm keeping it local. I'm wearing the Waves polo tonight because our pre-season, or let's say pre-Christmas training has kicked off in the AFL there, and we had 39 to training last night, and the week before we had the same number. So kicking goals, but my absolute highlight happens in about an hour and 10 minutes. Grillsy, when Granny's ball gets up at $19. Bet responsibly. You win some, you lose.
No, that's great. Yeah, you two guys been to training yet? I take that as a no. I'll have to let Coach Stone
We had
know.
some pickleball to practice.
Yes. Nah.
I'm part of the coaching staff. I don't have to go yet, do I?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
You probably should be there.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Let's talk a bit of MotoGP from the weekend. Belly, fill us in what happened in Malaysia.
Yeah, what happened in Malaysia, mate, was a lot of heat as usual. Anybody that's been in Malaysia would know it's stifling conditions over there. So the riders generally have to put cool packs into their suits, get their body temperature right down. And we've ended up with a couple of results, or good results. As I said earlier, we've got 2 races left now. We've got 14 points difference in the World Championship for the lead. And the guy that won it, Edna Bastini, he's a factory Ducati rider. It's his first win on a factory Ducati, I should say. He's had 4 wins on the satellite Ducati last year. And he really needed to win because George Martin, who's coming second in the championship at the moment, there was talk that he was going to pinch his factory ride for next year. So maybe that's why he sharpened his game up and got a great result. And second, obviously, after this guy on the Ducati was Alex Marquez. Now, people at home might know the Marquez name. Mark Marquez, he's 8 times world champion. He rides for Honda. He's off next year to ride for Ducati on the satellite bike against his brother Alex. And Alex had a second here at the GP, which is for him. And I don't know if he's got quite the same talent as Mark. It's going to be certainly exciting next year to see Mark on a competitive machine again and see if he can pop down a 9th championship. And then you got the guy, like I said, George Martin, fighting for the championship, and he's had a bit of a poor result and finished 3rd behind Bagnaia, who's leading the championship at the moment. So 14 points, there's nothing in it, like I said. It's going to come down to the last 2 rounds. I've got my personal preferences, which I've mentioned over the last couple of weeks. I'd love to see the Martinator win. If he wins, it'll be the first time ever a satellite bike has won over a factory bike. And for the people that don't know what a satellite bike is, it's a non-factory bike. It means Ducati give them the bike. They use their own mechanics and stuff like that to set it up. But obviously, the factory bikes aren't going to tell them quite the secrets that they don't share the same secrets as they would with their own factory riders. So, bring on the satellite riders, and hopefully Martinez takes out the championship. I think it's going to be difficult, but hey, that's what I'm hoping.
So it's a bit like when you want the country folk to beat the city slickers, basically, the underdogs and the favourites.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. I mean, in this sport, this expensive sport, we mentioned that a couple of weeks ago, worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The factory guys are almost unbeatable because they've just got 350 people in a team, with all their engineers, riders, and people like that, and then versus a satellite team of maybe 80 to 100 people, and they just don't get the support and the setup. So, for a satellite rider to be able to even compete against that level is something very special. That's why you people like your Jack Millers and people like that do have these factory bikes, when they get the factory bike and they get the opportunity, they really need to do something with it because, mate, if you don't get results on that factory bike, you won't last long in a factory team, that's for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of Jack Miller, the Aussie, he qualified 10th and finished 8th. Had a little bit of trouble towards the end of the race.
Yeah. Jack's had a horrid year. He actually, we mentioned a couple of shows ago, he's had a great start to the year. He's come from Ducati and he's gone to KTM. His teammate seems to be getting great results, even though his teammate didn't do that well this weekend. And when you speak to Jack, he just puts it down to, he just says the bike's good at the start of the race. He can get off the line well. But as the race goes on, he just goes backwards. He could be in third position and he ends up back, battling to stay in the top 10. And what he says is basically he's just chewing up tyres. And these bikes are pretty aggressive. They've got over 200 horsepower. And there would be a lot of wheel spinning going on. And I think if you're not smooth enough on the throttle, that's going to chew up your tyres. The KTM seems to do it a bit more than the Ducati, but we need to get Jack back up there. Jack needs to stay in a factory team. And we know he can win. So, we want to see that guy from Townsville, the local guy, back up on the podium, that's for sure. And usually these last couple of races of the year he does well, so I'm hoping, they're in Qatar next week and they're in Spain the following week. Let's hope Jack can finish on the podium.
Yep. And just quickly on the Moto2, the Pedro Acosta's already been declared the winner of the championships for the year, so second in a row for him.
Yeah, and that's one of the guys Jack's definitely got to watch out for. Pedro rides for KTM and Moto2, and it's his second championship in a row. He's won the Moto3 and now the Moto2 championship. He's 19 years old, mate, so he's a young guy. And Jack almost, there was talk earlier on that Jack may lose his ride to fit this guy into the factory team, and they've managed to fit him into the factory team at the expense of Espargaro. So he's now lost his ride with KTM and will become a test rider basically. So Acosta next year when he moves across to MotoGP, watch out. 19-year-old, this guy's got talent. It wouldn't surprise me if he's up the front and he's that next generation that may come through basically to, shock these guys and he's unbelievably quick and, anybody to win a world championship, let alone two in a row, I think that says it all.
Yeah, pretty good going.
Yeah.
And just quickly on the Moto3s, the Aussie Joel Kelso qualified and finished in 7th position, so avoided a bit of carnage around with plenty of crashes in that race.
Yeah. With the Moto3, like we say, the Moto3, it's extremely close. And, because it's so close, these guys are elbowing each other, they're laying on each other, all these silly things that they shouldn't be doing at well over 200 kilometres an hour. But Joel, he qualified quite well. Back in the pack outside the top 10 there for a while. And then all the guys decided, that's it, we've got to crash into each other and knock ourselves off. And Joel finished up 7th, which, hey, top 10 result is fantastic. And I think Joel will be looking forward to the new team that he's riding for next year. And it's just great to have an Aussie, in Moto3 and in MotoGP. We just need, obviously another one to go into Moto2, and that would give us one in each of the classes.
Okay. Yep. All right. Now, next week, you've got a little special interview for us. Is going to be on the way. Can you give us a little sneak peek about that?
Yeah, mate, I reckon this goes back to supercars and V8 touring cars and stuff like that. Next week, we've got a young guy, 21-year-old Antonio Meluso. I've watched him. I'm not going to go into it a little bit too much here, but all I can say is, mate, this guy's a gun. He's hopped straight out of a Hyundai race car into a V8 touring car, and I think what you'll see and what people are going to see is just a guy with plenty of natural talent, but I'll leave that to next week.
All right.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as you know, we love a stitch up around here and we like throwing people under the bus.
Oh, no.
The producers of this show have a little clip, and I've been told that we've got to have a look at this. So I don't know what it is, and it's got nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
I think before you even try racing, if you have a shot on these little bikes, you'll either know whether you've got it or you haven't got it off these. Now, these give you the basic idea before you go out. They teach you how to brake, they teach you how to be nice and smooth, they teach you how to corner, and I just think they're a fantastic thing for road racing.
So
My
can you
God,
confirm
where did they drag
or
that out from?
I got no idea, but can you confirm or deny that is you?
That's me. We filmed that last week.
The Melbourne Cup took its toll.
So, the Melbourne, you're right there. The old Melbourne Cup was a bit of an ageing thing. It's made me look a lot older. No, I mean, my God, that is old. I'm guessing that's somewhere around 1997. That was at Philobolan, obviously doing an interview on the little mini GP bikes that we mentioned last week. But, mate, for you guys to find that, I don't know who's found it, but God, that's embarrassing.
No, very good, Righto.
Yeah.
Thanks again for
That
your
was
time.
great. I thought you looked better than Flemmo anyway.
Yeah, righto. Come on, Nemo. Jeez.
Righto. Thanks again for your
All
time,
right, thanks
Jason.
very much,
and
guys. You have a great week.
Looking forward to that interview next week.
How quickly can we get
still
that?
got that
How
over on
quickly
us.
can we get that express posted up here so I can wear it to the Mount Perry races on the weekend?
I could do that for the weekend, the
don't
Goldie
worry
this
about
weekend.
Love it. Well done.
Very good, thanks, Jason. Okay, we're going to head to our first commercial break. Coming up after the break, we're going to talk some Rugby Union Spring Cup with a couple of the wage guys. We'll be right back.
Our programs are made by the very heartbeat of our town. It's our people that make our programs about us and what we do. From an early morning Anzac Day service to local sport, lively conversation about the game, to local music and the food we grow. Our people watch our locally made programs starring us and what we do. Your business can reach our audience in several very cost-effective ways. To find out how, send us an email or call for a no-obligation chat.
See Tagglevan's, your family-owned caravanning experts, for the popular New Age caravan range. Walkinshaw designed and engineered for superior strength and reliability. Start your adventures today with a New Age caravan from Dale and the team at Tacklevan's to Calvin Street, Bundaberg.
All right, welcome back to the show. Okay, it's time to talk a little bit of rugby union. Joining us at the desk from Waves Falcons Rugby Union Club, Jeff Messett, Nolan Hyde. Welcome, guys.
Thank you, Rhys, and Flemmo.
So, Waves this year, you're off to a flyer, 7 from 7. Start with you, Owen. What's been the turnaround from the last couple of years, only being probably stuck at the foot of the ladder?
Oh, mate, I think it's just the culture that we've built around the club. It's built us all together, and this year we've just come off to a flying start. It's a bit of a privilege to be part of this team at the moment, and just loving every minute of it.
Yep. So haven't done a lot of recruiting. It's just been the guys that you've had have just.
Yeah, mate. Most of our recruiting sessions are at the Waves after the games, mate.
That sounds like most Waves club sports teams, really, doesn't it?
And that's been the main part of our culture. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So a big win on the weekend over the Brothers Turtles, 104-7. I believe this is the second 100-point score you put on them for the year.
Yeah, mate. We try not to get too complacent with that, because last year we were sort of on the other end of that. So it's good to be the winning side.
It's always good to be on the other end of it, mate. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to the Turtles, they turn up with a few players, short of a full 15. So it's tough on them, and as Owen said, we've been on the other end last year and the year before, so we know what it's like.
Yeah,
so.
yep. I think we've all played in sports with teams struggled for numbers and got a bit of a touch-up every now and then. So, yeah. Jeff, just tell us about the comp in general at the moment. Gladstone's involved this year after probably ever. We've got Fraser Coast Mariners still back in, so it's strengthening and broadening.
It's a 6-team comp, first time Gladstone are in. Again, they're finding it difficult for numbers, being that it's out of the season. Generally, rugby seasons is played through the winter with other codes, AFL and the other code, whatever that is.
Rugby League.
Rugby League, that's the one. Yeah. But having them in the competition is great, and also great for the road trips. We had caviar on the way up to Gladstone last week. So
caviar. Usually you just stop off for a crumb sausage at Mount Perry, don't you? Or the big crab there.
This is rugby union. Mate.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So how many rounds to go, and when's finals kick off?
Finals, that's not till March.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so
we break over Christmas.
So it's a lengthened season this year, because obviously the Spring Cup's been, in past years, has been done and finished by Christmas. You're extending this year?
Yeah.
We're playing 3 rounds this time instead of 2.
Yeah,
So,
with the extra team as well, just to try and fit it in before the Christmas didn't work. So now we've extended it, so we'll have a Christmas break. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Make sure everyone keeps up their fitness over that few weeks off.
Yeah, for the boat race anyway.
Yeah. I'd be worried about Pricey. I don't reckon he'll be keeping up his fitness over that break. We got something to add about Pricey's.
Pricey's, he's working tonight. He's playing in our AFL 9s team. So Pricey, he loves to get around. He shops himself around a bit, doesn't he? And he actually goes all right. So yeah, hopefully he's holding us in good stead tonight. Well, I think our game's probably just over. So hopefully I'll get a message in a minute saying Pricey was best on ground, and the green machines have got up and won. So fingers crossed.
I do see on the Facebook team sheet that every week that he's usually an impact player. We've had him at Aussie Rules with us for a few years, and I would never ever say that he's been an impact player at all.
It's and you know what to mention in there is that coming across different sports, and you know Pricey playing AFL or you know rugby league coming across to play union. People get different skills from different sports, so it just makes it you know a broader range of skill sets for people playing in different codes. So I can see some footage there of the weekend.
Yep. Gee, it's a nice looking kit. I haven't seen blue and gold stripes.
Yeah, I guess the kid has to match her play as well. We've been flashing.
That's village. Oh, that's village.
Funny enough, he scored a hat trick on the weekend.
The Turtles were a bit slow.
His diving isn't real good either, actually. There's Pricey. Look at him.
So who's probably the team to beat? Or obviously you guys are on top at 7-7, but who are the big challenges?
Barbars and Pythons are giving us a red hot crack this year, and yeah, they're always a challenge to play against. We always know we're in for a big game against them,
Yep.
Yeah, but anyone on the day, you know, when they have a full team, it's you know.
Yeah, they had a close result on the weekend. Pythons getting up over the Barbars 21-20, so good game of football to watch.
Yeah, they were behind for quite a substantial amount of the game, and like 20 points to 7 down, I think, at one stage, and they came back to win 21-20.
Yep. So where's games being played this week?
At the Waves. We actually have our Ladies' Day.
Yep.
So you guys won't be invited.
I'm sure.
Yeah, we could be in.
But you can come along and support. It's just, again, Owen touched on it earlier about culture, and that's what's made the difference this year. Last year we made one win or maybe two, stretch it to two maybe for a walkover or something. But this year we're 6 from 6 in the spring comp, and we've also played one warm-up game up in Yeppoon, and we beat them as well, and by 50 points. So we're starting to gel as a team, and we're putting that down to the culture of the team at the moment. Our field has just been fantastic, and just everyone wants to be part of it.
Yeah, that's great.
What have been some of the highlights for you so far this season?
This season I've actually missed a few games this season because I've had the opportunity to go away and play a little bit of rep footy.
Good
and we've adopted a lot of that structure that I've played with in the rep footy to the Falcons team, and I feel like that's benefited us a lot. There was 3 of us that played in the rep footy for Central Queensland this year, and this just helped us immensely this year.
Yeah, good on you.
Yeah, with great bunch of blokes. It's just lovely to get around.
Yeah. And you mentioned it there before, Jeff, but the boat race, it's a big thing in rugby union culture, isn't it? That after the game there has to be a boat race.
I just must stress we drink responsibly. But yes, it is part of it, yeah. Look, we go into change room afterwards now and have a beer with the opposition. Yeah, where in the past, it hasn't happened. And it's sort of gelled the teams more this year. Yeah, so there's less aggro on the park.
Yeah, we all get to know each other. Yeah, we don't leave the field hating each other. We sort of have a bit of a laugh after the game.
Well, they hate us because we're winning at the moment.
How would you go in a boat race, Nimo? You'd be good in a boat race?
Any sort of race, I'll be competitive, I reckon. But I've just got a text actually. I'm just asking for a mate. What time does Ladies' Day start?
Our game kicks off at 7 p.m. Yeah.
Right.
So Nemo be there too.
I'll let him know.
All right, well, all the best for the rest of the season. I hope you keep on your winning ways and can finally get that trophy back to the Wave Sports Club.
That'll be fantastic. There'll be a big celebration then and a big boat race.
Yeah.
An armada. Thank you, gents.
No worries, guys. Good job.
Thanks very much.
Righto. We're going to head to another quick commercial break. After the break, we're going to talk a bit of sport, and we took on pickleball. We'll be right back.
Who can you call upon when interest rates are rising or if your fixed rate is ending? The refinanciers from Aussie. We'll make your home loan work harder. Let's talk.
At Rose Consulting and Financial Services, they offer fast, tailored finance solutions for a range of equipment, from business vehicles to farming machinery. Find Rose Consulting and Financial Services on Facebook and LinkedIn. RCFS, making finance simple again.
Welcome back. Okay, last week after we had the pickleball guys on the set here, we decided to go out and give it a go. What do you think, Famo?
Oh, it was pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
Like, it's very different, like they said, and you know, if you've played a little bit of racket sport or cricket, hockey, something, you could probably, you know, pick it up a little bit, but with the rules and stuff, yeah, very different, yeah.
Vic, how did you find it?
Look, it was great. Doesn't mean I was great, but it was great fun. And seeing as I hadn't done anything like that since, like, I had a paddle ball in my backyard when I was 9 years old, it was okay. But it was really good. It was good to get involved.
All right. Nimo?
I might have been a pickleball player in my last life, I reckon, because yeah, it was pretty fun, and I think I adopted to it pretty quickly. So you'll see. Obviously,
We'll see.
I reckon you would have been
anyway.
more of a gymnast.
We'll see how you go, Nemo.
Well, let's have a look when the team took on pickleball.
Oh, Vic, stretch it.
Stretching that. That was good fun.
And then you can't pull it. So that's a good shot, Grizzy.
Oh, I got him. Oh no!
So you're not allowed to do that, Nemo, as we found out.
I was in the kitchen there. What you missed there was actually Flemmo hit me in the head with a ball straight afterwards. And I think I was out cold. Oh, we're on here, Grillsy.
The boys were up and about.
Yeah.
I think we're about 6 points up at this stage.
Oh. This may be when we made our comeback.
Yeah, I think we're about 2 points up now.
So there was a bit of a comeback late. How good was my backhand, Flemmo?
Yeah, you were all right. You had those couple of little half volleys that were good.
Oh my God, that shot.
Oh, finishing Grillsy.
Oh, get out of the way, Nemo. You're in the kitchen. You're not supposed to be in there.
It was hot.
And the woolworms. How are the woolworms, Nemo?
No, they're recovering. They're a 10-day. Every time you take a bit of bark off, it's a 10-day injury, as you know. So.
Get a crack at it.
And of course, we were the winners, Nemo and I. But not that we were playing for much. But
Gee, I'll tell you what, it was a lot of fun.
yeah,
How much fun was it?
Yeah, it was
I
good.
enjoyed it. I actually woke up on Monday morning and I thought, let's go play pickleball. So we'll be back. Thanks to the Pickleball Association, the Pickleball Power. We'll be back. We'll have a few more games. I might even take the young fellas out there and might even take the wife
Barry
out
was
there.
a pretty good host, eh? Couple of tubes we could have and play some pickleball.
How good was it?
It's just our kind of thing.
Best night ever.
Yep. No, it was good fun.
And I didn't bring the ball in tonight because it's currently with the bloke who's putting it in a box and engraving it and all that sort of stuff for me. But they did award.
I thought you were going to say your cat's playing with it.
Yeah, well, no.
Well, the great thing about the ball is
it's going in the box.
It doesn't hurt if and when you get smashed in the head with it.
It actually didn't.
No, it just didn't hurt your head.
Well, yeah. So anyway,
you were still half knocked out.
So the ball will be here in its box next week and signed by myself.
Self-proclaimed breast on ground. Yeah, beautiful. I think he's done that a bit in the footy season this year too.
Yeah. I think we might try lawn bowls next week. You reckon? Lawn bowls next week, mate.
Lawn bowls?
Yeah.
We'd have to do that on a Saturday after, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I don't know if we'll do your rugby union yet. We might leave that one for a little while.
We'll try and get out and we'll do something else very soon.
Yeah.
Righto, moving along.
Good fun.
AFL Nines from last week. Nimmo, you're the Nines expert around here. How did the Green Solutions go?
So we moved it to Wednesday night. The Green Solutions, they lost by a point. There's a bit of conjecture with the umpires.
He's jumped off board already. Misses a week.
With the scoreboard. We reckon the scorers might have got it a little bit wrong. But so we went down by a point. But that's okay. That's probably the loss we had to have. I think we lost the week before as well. But no, great. So it was Wednesday night because obviously Melbourne Cup was on the Tuesday, so we played on the Wednesday night. And again, we've moved to Wednesday nights continuously now. So the guys are out there now having a crack for this round.
Yep.
I don't know if we got the scores from last week up. We might have them up there on the screen. There we go. So that's the ladder anyway. So the hot dogs. There was a crossover round last week. So the socials played the competitives in a sort of a crossover event, and the hot dogs were the team that beat the Green Machine. So Metro Magic, sponsored by the Metro Hotel there. They're going well, and they'll probably continue to go well and play in the finals there for them. The Taipans, Cheese Givers, Triple M Bundy Bronx, and the Stormers rounding out the tail of the ladder in the social comp. And in the competitive comp, there it is, the Bridgestone East Jewelers. Geez, they're going all right. We're playing them tonight, right now. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. I'd expect them to be on 20 points next week. Blue Dog Concreting, Green Solutions Wide Bay will probably stay on 8. Blue Dog Concreting might go up to 12 with their win. Bundy Mulch Chip on 8. The Jelly Beans looking fantastic on 4. And the Railway Bundaberg Season 1 premiers just hanging in there. On
blot.
So these are tonight's games. Obviously, the Lumberjacks and the Code Hoppers are going head to head. Metro Magic and the Hot Dogs, the Jewelers and the Green Machines, like I mentioned, and in the and then we've got the Jelly Beans and the Top Dogs. These are the later games. The Taipans, the Cheese Givers, and the Stormers and the Broncos. So there's a lot to play out. We're getting to the business end of the season now. So every win is vital. But I expect that, like I said at the start of the season, probably the Green Machines and the Jewelers will probably play off for the flag. And you heard
confidence in the boys you have,
or
in the team, I should say.
Well, we'll see what happens tonight anyway. Let's not hold our breath.
Yeah.
You've recruited Pricey into your chance.
Knows
how to win with the Falcons.
Yeah, man of many talents.
Can play.
And serves beers at the ways behind the bar, so he's very talented.
He's an impact player, Flemo.
Yes, he is. He is.
All right. Softball. We had the next round of Bundaberg softball fixtures held out at Clayton's Road.
Frank Coulthard Oval.
Bargara Bandits took on the Bargara Leopards, with the Bargara Bandits getting the win 12-5. And in the other game, the United Furnos took on West Panthers with United Infernos winning 15-7, so closest games out there. So yeah. Get a week for that.
Yeah, was that high?
Intentional eye contact.
Yeah.
So yeah, plenty of action out at Bundaberg softball happening there.
Plenty of skill there. That was great.
All right, we're going to head to a quick commercial break. After the break, we're going to talk a bit of cricket, and also we've got a very special announcement to make. We'll be right back.
Rum City Foods stocks everything. Paul's milk, frozen products, packaged foods, dairy, bakery, drinks, chemicals, and all the hospitality packaging you need. Find them at rumcityfoods.com.au or at their massive new premises on Commercial Street, Bundaberg.
Your local Better are your appliance specialists with everything from fridges and laundry to TV, small appliances and much more. Plus, take advantage of our free delivery service within 20 k's of your local Better store. Go local. That's better.
Welcome back to Sports Week. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit of local cricket from the weekend. Matt, we had a couple of good First Division games, probably one-sided games with the teams being a bit weakened by the Schaefer Shield.
Yeah, unfortunately there was a few troops out for a few of the teams, so made it a bit one-sided.
A few clubs probably their lack of depth showed. So North's 110 with Sean Pinney stepping up from Division 2 with 70, top scoring was 72. 5 bowls from East took 2 wickets each, and East chased that down 1 for 113 with Arden Lankowski 75 not out and Eric Peterson 29 not out after they came together at 1 for 3. So put on 110 and got them home, batted pretty well. You were out there, I was
it was very probably a bit disheartening for the North guys. They were a bit short of troops, and East, as we've said all year, are a quality side when they need to be, and when they can. When it all clicks, they can be a good side. So didn't look like it right there, but and there.
So
good on. Very little bit disappointing. With Arden, pulling out of the Schaefer Shield due to injury, but then backing up and playing on the Saturday, which, is unfortunate, but there's not much, that could have happened there, unfortunately. So, but a couple of the wily veterans did okay for East, so.
And the other game, Brothers 147, Toby Lamont top scoring with 35, and Matt Posibon continuing on his great form with the ball, 3 for 28, and Sam Stutsbury 3 for 16. So,
Sambo bowled really well. Took a couple of caught and bowled, and then another caught at mid-on or something. So good on the young fella.
They were chased down by across the wave 6 for 148, Ryan Norton 49, and Dean Krebs with 4 for 36. So Waves and East have just got that game caught back up on Brothers now. So, still minor premiership race as well, and truly up for taking, I think.
Yeah. I think
2 more.
Brothers made it hard for Waves. They bowled really well. They probably didn't start the best. Nordo got off to a bit of a flyer, but once sort of Krebsy came on, they pegged him back a little bit, and there was a few Waves boys a little bit worried there for a while. We've known over the last couple of seasons, that chasing those smaller totals, no one really wants to dig in and just even get through to 45 overs and get the runs in the last over. It's always got to get them in 20 so we can get out of here. Where, that was a game where they probably should have, the top 3 especially, should have said, we're going to bat this and get it all the runs. But as I said, those 2 sides closed the gap, and North still bottom of the ladder, just can't get that win. So, that's right.
Bit of rep cricket. The Wide Bay Lord Taverner's side played in Bundaberg on Sunday. Unfortunately fell 1 run short, chasing 160. It was a bit of a tense match. They were sort of cruising at 3 for 105, chasing that 160 total, and sort of fell in a bit of a hole, and it was tense finish in the end. But,
bowled and fielded really well. The Wide Bay boys kept Sunny Coast to 160, who have got some good batters and stuff in that side, and then to get off to not the best start. I think they were 2 for 5, and then Toby Lamont and Lockie Haycox really dug in and ran hard and got them flying, and they were cruising along so well. And then again, next guys just didn't really dig in enough, did they? Like
No.
You would have seen the end more than what I did, and lost those wickets and couldn't scrounge that one run.
And the Wide Bay Open side travelled down to Toowoomba to play the South Queensland Schaefer Shield. Saturday's results, South East Queensland 6 for 274 defeated Wide Bay 8 for 237, and Sunday Wide Bay took on Darling Downs 9 for 150, but they were defeated by Wide Bay 5 for 155, so 1 out of 2 for the Wide Bay boys. And as a result of that, Brendan Hanley, Nathan Van Eekeren and Luke McGuinness from Wide Bay will represent South Queensland in a couple of weeks in Gatton against North Queensland.
Okay, that'll be fun for them.
Yeah.
In Gatton.
It might be nice and tropical too.
The North Queensland boys might not worry them.
No. And the under-18 team's been announced to play the McPherson Shield in Maryborough on the 2nd and 3rd of December. The 7 Bundaberg boys that have made that side.
Yep.
Ollie Bogue, River Felstead, Corey Pope, Sam Stutchbury, Jaden Santa Catarina, Lockie Haycox and Toby Lamont. So one of those guys that we talk about just about every week have been rewarded, and they've got a pretty red hot side with Cooper Keogh and a few other boys from down south. So Cooper Keogh's a very good young cricketer.
Yeah, no, good luck to him. And that's in Maryborough, isn't it? Yes, Maryborough. So
we'll have some results on that in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of the wrap of cricket around the region.
Yeah.
All right. Victoria, you've got a special announcement for us.
I do, Rhys, yes. So in a couple of weeks' time, there's going to be a very special event. It's the first time that it's been here in Bundy for the past couple of years. It's the Pageant of the Lights. Now, Wide Bay ITV is going to be doing a live stream of the event, and in a unique little twist, Sports Week is going to be playing straight after. So you can tune in to watch the event live in a couple of weeks' time, or if you do miss it, you can watch it after as well. Now, it's a pay-per-view event, and you can tune in at just the cost of a cup of coffee, $4.50. So it's a really good price. It's going to be a beautiful event, and there is a lot to look forward to, especially since we haven't had it in town for the past couple of years. This will be the first time since I think before COVID that it's been on. So it's great to have it back in town, and I'm sure it's going to be a really wonderful night.
You don't get much for $4.50 in MO, do you? 2 litres of petrol. No, you only get a can of beer too many places for under that.
$4.
I don't even think you can't even get a schooner anymore for that anyway.
Well, at the event, I think a can of beer is $4.30, something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've got the price. I actually have the prices. Yeah. A can of beer, $4.30.
Nailed it.
So
I don't think it's been that in 10 years.
That's all that's important, coffee and beer.
It is a great event that the council. It is a great event that the council do promote, and as I said, it's back after a few years. So, you can watch it all live. You don't have to. You can sit in your living room and have a cup of tea or a beer or whatever you wish, and watch it all live on Wide Bay ITV.
Yeah.
So,
Good job.
Yeah, get around it, and hopefully it's be well supported by the community as well.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going to head to our last commercial break, and after the break, we're going to have a preview of everything that's happening in the next 7 days. Be right back.
At Rose Consulting and Financial Services, they offer fast, tailored finance solutions for a range of equipment, from business vehicles to farming machinery. Find Rose Consulting and Financial Services on Facebook and LinkedIn. RCFS, making finance simple again.
Rum City Foods stocks everything. Paul's milk, frozen products, packaged foods, dairy, bakery, drinks, chemicals, and all the hospitality packaging you need. Find them at rumcityfoods.com.au or at their massive new premises on Commercial Street, Bundaberg.
Yeah, welcome back to the show. It's time to preview the world of sport for the next week. Guys, we saw yesterday and today, the release of the NRL and the AFL draws for the season. Obviously, the NRL's kicking off in Las Vegas the first week in March in a couple of games.
Vegas.
But the other big news is that the Bulldogs are returning back to Bundaberg in the 17th of August to take on the Dolphins.
Sunday afternoon?
No, it's Saturday, 3 o'clock.
Oh, Saturday, 3 o'clock.
Saturday, 3 o'clock next year. So.
Ooh. And why wouldn't they after last year's result? What a game.
Yeah.
1 point.
It was a fantastic event. And so that NRL's back in Bundy again.
Yeah, Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
Excellent.
Will be.
We'll be there.
Yeah. So, there's been plenty of talk around the winners and losers. Cronulla seem to have a pretty easy draw, and the Broncos don't play out of Brisbane on a Friday night for about 7 of the first 12 or something. Looking after you, Broncos.
So they like the Collingwood and Richmond and that of the AFL, really, aren't they?
I wouldn't say Richmond, maybe Collingwood, definitely.
Richmond don't travel either, come on.
Richmond love a trip.
Yeah. And we saw the AFL put their competition against the Vegas to have an opening round. Nimmo, can you explain it?
It's weird. I don't get it. Opening round and then round one. It doesn't. I've read it 6 times and my head's still spinning. It's a brain explosion, Grillsy. I've got no idea what's going on. I still can't work it out. No. Andrew Dillon, obviously trying to put his own touch on the competition since he's come in as the CEO, but I just don't get it. What's going on? Someone explain it to me.
Well, their theory was that they were going to play some games in Brisbane, Gold Coast and Sydney while there was no NRL, but they're playing a game at the Gold Coast and the Titans play 10 minutes down the road at exactly the same times. I think they're pushing the proverbial uphill to try and get into the market.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a very strange one, and we'll all see it how it unfolds in early March.
I thought it was, I read that it was more they were trying to take the Sydney market away, but by having the big games in Sydney, but then there's games going to be in Sydney, as you said. So,
it's a very strange concept. Yeah. But anyway, the AFLW semis this weekend, as we said, touched on earlier in the show. Lions girls get the week off, as well as the North Melbourne girls. So. There'll be 2 red hot semis, and Adelaide and Melbourne will be wanting to turn their results around from last week. And
I think they played Geelong and Essendon. Geelong and Sydney, that's right. Yes, that's right. Yeah, Sydney beat the North Melbourne. They wouldn't even, the last time their club played in a prelim, they wouldn't even be around anymore.
1997?
Yeah, maybe.
When they last won the flag.
99.
Normally they're still on holidays about now, aren't they?
Cricket, Aussie Bundy Big Bash is back this Friday night after a week off. T10 double headers.
Yep.
Pies and Taipans, who's your tip? Nimmo?
Oh, stick with Billy's team. I'll go go Krebs's team. Draw.
A draw.
Oh.
A tie, there you go.
Ooh,
well, it might be a draw because there's a few storms forecast Friday afternoon. From the other game, Vikings and Heat. Heat are very light on numbers, I believe, this week.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Vikings, Scotty Irwin's out, I think, with an injured arm. Because he didn't back up last week, unless he's good to play.
Yep.
I'll stick with the Heat, but just. Yeah,
I reckon Vikings will win. If Vikings and Pies win, I think everyone will be on 4 points.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see.
Yep. Saturday cricket, Across the Waves take on North. As we said, North will be looking to break the duck. Brothers take on East. Should be a good game, that one.
Should be, yeah.
I reckon East might nearly, they can play like they can do. They'll get the result.
I think Mitchie Parsons will be after a big weekend. He went down to Schaefer on the weekend and probably didn't fare as good as what he's wanted to, and I reckon he'll be really primed for a big dig on Saturday.
Friday night.
Oh, Friday night first, and then Saturday.
Yeah. The ICC World Cup semi-finals: India taking on New Zealand.
Go the Kiwis,
and Australia take on South Africa.
And of course, we want to win that.
Let's hope it doesn't rain.
Yeah. Talk of rain, so hopefully we can get a result and get into the final on Sunday. So, we've done pretty well considering we sat here 6 weeks ago and said
we were no
good and we were no chance, and we lost our first 2 games, and everyone had written Australia off. So they've done pretty well to fight back and be one of the. I think they're second favourite to win the tournament.
I think we've got the wood on South Africa.
Yeah,
they've got a lot of demons. In their head there, eh?
They don't like playing finals.
No, well, they're never usually there.
No.
So.
And when they do, they don't go real well.
Aiden Markram, they've got a pretty red hot.
Marco Jansen,
they got a pretty red hot batting lineup.
Yeah.
So.
And I can't read into the future, but I reckon India might win the game against New Zealand. Just
quietly.
Little quiet tip.
Yeah, well, if India make the final unbeaten for 10 games, there'll be a lot of pressure on them with 1 billion plus people watching too. So.
Exactly.
Yes.
So need to put them under pressure early.
Yes.
No one's got them under pressure yet, have they? Like, they've never been 2 for bugger all, 3 for bugger all. They've always been
off to that
flying start, 1 for 100, and then you can just come in and just guns blazing.
Also, rugby union, we had the Waves guys in earlier. They're on at Waves Sports Club Saturday afternoon, evening.
Ladies' Day.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Softball fixtures will be on around the region, plus all the other sports. So, yes. But Vic, competition time.
It is, yes. So there's still a couple of weeks left to get your entry in for the big prize, which is a $5,000 retreat by Sports Week, Heavenly Holidays and Grand Ridge Brewery. The trip will get you a holiday basically at any one of the luxury homes owned by Heavenly Holidays located in Queensland or Victoria. Beautiful houses, absolutely stunning, and it's yours to do with as you wish. This $5,000 voucher to spend on any home that you like that's owned by Heavenly Holidays, and they're also going to throw in a couple of cartons of their award-winning Grand Ridge Brewery Pale Ale and apple cider. So it's not a bad prize at all, but you've still got a couple of weeks left. You just got to go to any one of the sites and head to the competition tab, enter your details completely for free, and you're in the draw. And
a little birdie tells me there's not that many entries in the competition.
Don't be scared, people.
Get
this
around
is not a trick.
Get around. It's the same birdie at the top of the India you're going to win at 128-1 after 16 overs.
How's the stout, Nemo?
It's actually
pretty good.
I have to have a talk to Belly. It's
Grand Ridge.
It's pretty good.
The stout, Grand Ridge stout, pretty good. All right, that's all we got time for this week on Sports Week. Thanks again, everybody. Great to be in your company as usual.
Thanks, guys.
Get out, support your team, and bye for now.